I'm starting to think that even though it's like kind of overwhelming, this resource chains, like having played through it once, I'm pretty sure like I won't spend as much time next time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, but no, apparently you no longer have limited amounts of leaders, which is nice.
That's I read that from the. Shit, I think you told me that.
Did I? Oh, fucking, I must have forgotten about it then. Yeah, I'm scared to have like a sector automate anything because of how delicate the economy is and how much I've like effectively that's like almost all I've been doing is just microing the economy. Have you given part of your empire to a sector yet, Plar?
Yeah, yeah. Given the new conquests, yes. Yeah.
How are they doing?
Not great because they are very. It's a very shit sector that's like has no pops in it and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, maybe after I can have more. Um, but they're like actually they haven't done anything. I think because they don't have sector resources.
Right.
So I can't tell you what happened. They're just like I don't want to see it on my screen, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just because I don't even see the option where it's like don't change the buildings, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, because I wouldn't mind if the sector like moved pops for me, if you know what I mean. But I guess I can't. I guess I'll not be using sectors. Yeah, you're right. Fucking. God, if only you could just completely fucking upgrade a station to the full thing. My God, it's like every time I want to build a station, it's like, well, let's start with a tiny one, and let me just forget all about it, and then have to come back to it later, you know?
You could pay for a DLC for it. Imagine, it's kind of like what fucking development was like in EU4.
Jesus.
It's like either you pay for this feature or you can't get the institution. You know?
Yeah, though in fairness, institutions were kind of like they were pretty meh. They seemed really cool, and then they weren't.
Yeah, but they were still in the game even if you didn't have the
Oh, like, what did you what if you didn't have the DLC then?
you still have institutions, but if you want to develop your processes to
Oh,
get the institution, like because you're playing in Asia,
right.
you can't.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, like EU4 is completely broken if you don't have all the DLC. At least all the relevant DLC.
Yeah.
I think I'll do my little claim or my little sector experiment when I conquer these new worlds from these guys. They are in a federation with an awakened empire. How's that awakened empire been doing?
The ship around,
Yeah.
they're not in Federation.
Oh, is it like association status? No, they are in a
No,
the.
they are. Oh, what the fuck? Why doesn't it show it? I don't know. I don't know.
Not that I'm like I'm not.
They're equivalent with you probably.
No, they're inferior. They're inferior to me. Where like cause they have like not expanded or anything, right? They've not like even built new. They've not even built like fucking oh my god, ring worlds or anything.
No, they haven't built any ring walls, but they have expanded. They built a lot of gateways, I think.
Yeah.
They have vassalized the syndicates to my north, but putting stop to that.
Oh, are you at war with them too, or no?
I'm at war with the syndicates, so I thought I could attack them, but I can't.
Well, I need to. So I just need to get my fleets into position. Station you at Brilton or whatever the hell that place is called. Because I imagine they have access and they're going to use their like little warp gates to get over into my territory. Yeah, they can only go from gateways to gateways, right? presume so.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that?
I think yeah, gateways only go from gateways to gateways.
Okay. Oh well, like I'm literally at a point where I could easily afford to rebuild any like ships I lose, so I'm like capped on minerals, capped on energy, almost capped on alloys. That's like just another thing's like how the fuck do you run out of like places to store things in space? That's what I want to know, you know?
So, and two space empires love each other quite much.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna attack their pathetic federation then.
It's I going out to the station.
They don't even have any like really strong stations or anything. Order restored on knowledge.
What the fuck? That's in my system.
It looks like they're all fine. Oh, oh, there they are with their quite powerful fleet. Where are my ships? Oh, oh, okay. No, 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 don't. Like, there we go. Fucking hell. God, it's like, this is like one of the reasons why I fucking hate, like, the military in this game sometimes, because it's like, oh, you know that thing that you told them to do, like, a fucking long time ago? Well, I guess we're not doing it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I just realized they hadn't started to invade the planet I ordered them.
Well, I was like, okay, well, get like, cause I know where the like fallen empire is gonna come from, right? So I'm like, okay, well, um, just get your like, let's just make sure that I get my like fleet, like one of my fleets over there, so that I can at least hold the defensive position. And it's like, you wanted to do that? Well, too fucking bad. We just stayed where we were. And I'm like, okay then. So now I'm gonna lose that station. Not gonna be like a big deal because they still have to like get through the other one, but the other one is like significantly weaker. It's just fucking annoying because it's like there is no reason for that. There is fucking no reason for me to lose like to get like a fucking invasion or anything. Like, oh my god. Yep. Fucking. Yep. Alright.
Yep.
Yep. It'll take them a year to get there. Yep. That's fucking fantastic. Like, I told them to, like, go there, like, so long ago. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so those guys are there. Do you think my 13,000 will be able to beat their 900 defenses?
I don't know. I'm not a spaceman.
Let's see if I can just. Let's see if it's faster to build, like, an army than it is to, like, have them fucking travel for a year. Okay, let me just get this shit rolling.
It would be fucking hilarious if like my rural government that they get kicked out and they can just immediately start rebuilding their things.
A balanced design of 28 battleships. Reinforce all. See how that goes. Yeah, fortunately they're quite slow about it, but Jesus Christ, like, cause like they've got one of my like tech worlds under siege, which kind of sucks. Gonna have to repair some of the buildings on that. That's for sure. Yeah, like anyone that isn't a fallen empire, they like can't even deal with my static defenses, if you know what I mean. All right. God damn. It feels like this would have been such an easy thing to address, the way the warfare shit works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wiz was like, we're not doing it this time. We're not, yeah, outside the scope, yada yada yada. Which I'm like, no, it's definitely within scope, sir.
I kind of get it, but like I don't understand like how, because it doesn't seem like it would be such a like difficult thing to even do, because it's just the best way to like fix it is to just remove it, because it's just so bad. Like it's such a, it turns wars into such a fiddly fucking mess that it's just so stupid. It's like, why? Like it makes like, because so many times, and this happens to like fucking everybody, a whole war is just like put on hold because you have to like stop and build armies.
The only mercy I find is that at least you can like don't have to like siege down every planet.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I still do have to. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, well, no, 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 you're not doing this. Fuck was that all about? Well, I had to lose control of a planet because of bullshit. Where? Ah, these are all fucking things, man. All right, so can you like? Oh, the game's paused. Did I pause it?
You have to,
Okay,
super
shit.
frustrated.
All right. There's the fucking welcome to the strategic war hyperlane system where fucking apparently armies can just like fleets can just like pass each other without killing each other. I'm just like, oh god, why? It's like if in like EU4, like dudes can just enter the same province without fighting.
Well, they can. It's fucking AI GT sometimes.
Goodbye to your guys. Because oh god, it's just you have to be so careful with like where your armies are going, because just even like a really pathetic fleet can just take them out completely. Taking over one of my like science worlds was probably like the least damaging thing they could have done though, because it's like it doesn't really do anything for them in the brief period that they have it. It just costs them a fuck ton of resources. Which is actually quite like a cool dynamic, because you don't want to like uh, you don't want to what did I say? Oh, what did they like not? Oh, did they not land? What the fuck is? I don't understand. No, they did land, so they have like armies there. So do they have to like? Whoa, what? Oh, this army is occupied. So I have to like bomb my own planet to get their shit back. All right, why not?
so I'm almost completely occupied these guys in there, so like, we're not gonna get close to surrounding, so.
Yeah, like, did you fight any battles or not really? Oh, haha, that's their secret plan.
Literally,
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of organic pops to process after this war, that's for sure. Yeah, all those energy credits that I'm maxed out on, you know. God, the having to build up like anchorages is such a ball ache, especially when it's like laggy, because it like doesn't work properly. Pretty much, it requires a lot of micro to do it. Because I mean, okay, this is like the part where I kind of wonder, like, in how, like, to what extent do they actually like play Stellaris? Because I feel like they play like EU4 and such like enough to where they can kind of address problems like this, right? Like problems of tedium. But like in Stellaris, I feel like they never play far enough into the late game or whatever to really see these problems. Like, the problem of like in multiplayer when there's a little bit of latency, you don't want to have to click like fucking like 10 times to build a fucking like at least 10 times, it's probably more than 10 times to build like a starport, you don't want to have to do that.
well, I think that's just your
Opinion, man. Oh, no,
game crashed. Oh, never mind. I won.
you won.
I no longer have crime on our planets, but
Oh, right. I thought you meant like as in like you won the whole game. It's like, yeah, game over. Yep, this fucking capital has their capital world, Plarn, of the guys that I'm fighting right now, has a 77 pop. Like, yeah, you really did it, guys. Feel free to unpause when ready.
I don't know why you did you close?
Nope.
I didn't close. I
Yeah.
think the game just froze.
Yeah.
It's like
The sad part is that like hardly like I need to kind of like not pause because when you're like playing when there's like a delay, it takes like 5 seconds for the pause to take into effect anyway, so it's kind of pointless. I could have just done the thing that I wanted to pause for almost.
close down the syndicate.
But Polarin, you can't close down the syndicates. All the jobs that they were providing, I guess. I don't know.
Pretty much. Every find I have right now has an unemployed dude on it.
Yep, I was in that period where like everybody had like there was just like such rampant unemployment when there was like literally like one system away there was like planets that had or like ring worlds that had like hundreds of houses available and hundreds of jobs available. Yeah, the AI definitely needs some work to managing late game economies because they just don't catch up. They get to like the mid game okay, and then they don't improve at all. Which wouldn't even be too bad if they actually built like ring worlds and stuff, but maybe they didn't even get to ring world tech. I don't know. Like, cause they like this capital produces 35 fucking science, like 35 of each science. Like that's me rounding up. Like I produce 13,000. Like that's their capital. Like presumably that's like quite good. Yeah, I'm just looking at their shit and it's like they maybe get like 200 at best science per turn, something like that. And their empire is like bigger than mine, so they have like they would have had like more administrative burden than I would have had, if you know what I mean. Like not anymore now, because now I have like so many districts that my empire size is massive, if you know what I mean. But still. Okay. So these guys are attacking there. I'm just gonna have to get back over there. So I've captured the system that held the gateway, right? And I can't use it because the guys that I'm at war with have denied me access to the gateway. Like, can we go? Can we go through the gate so that we can kill the guys that try to kill us? No. Okay. I guess we'll. Ah shit. It's like it's a 4-digit code, Pilar, and we can't figure it out. Oh, there's nothing more hilarious than dropping down, and it's like, oh yeah, I just dropped down my 13,000 pops. Not only are they just way stronger than anything that they possibly have in the front line, there is so many reserves, it like goes off the screen. So that's pretty good.
Could we like pause for like 10, 15 minutes maybe, like so I can put this store?
Do it.
It's like, I want to be like fucking right before it closes.
Alright.